everyone. Thanks again for tuning to Sin's Workshop. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. So today we're going to be talking about Gilded by Marissa Meyer. This is the first in a new series by who I like to call the queen of retellings. I mean, Marissa Meyer's Lunar Chronicles are absolutely brilliant. And Gilded, if you already don't know, is a retelling of the tale of Rumpelstiltskin. It's very much ingrained with a lot of, I guess, dramatic, atmospheric tones. You know, it's very gothic. It is very similar to Grimm fairy tales. And that's what I loved about it. I love Marissa Meyer so much. I absolutely devoured this book. It was absolutely amazing. The story follows Serilda, and she's rather unique. Before she was born, her father trapped the god of stories and lies in his net. And when you do that, you get one wish. So, you know, he wished for the girl of his dreams, basically. I'm paraphrasing, of course. I'm making it very bland. Read the book. But he got his wife, and he got a child, and the child was blessed by this god, right? And when she was born, she has the Wheel of Fortune in her eyes, which is really cool to me. I mean, you have these beautiful irises, and inside your eyes you have the Wheel of Fortune. Now, everyone thinks she lies now, but she's actually a very masterful storyteller. But really, the people in her town don't take her seriously. Once they see her eyes, they think of that as an omen of bad luck. So she's been pretty content with, you know, her father and with working at the schoolhouse, telling stories to the kids. And the children love her. Honestly, Serilda is a masterful storyteller, and that's one of the key things that makes this book so good, because every time she gets ready to tell a story, you're sucked into it. The tone, the atmosphere, everything she does to tell the story is ultimately amazing. I really did love the stories within the stories, and they happen sporadically throughout Gilded. She really is a masterful storyteller, and that just shows you how powerful of a storyteller Marissa Meyer is. You're engaged, you're sucked into the story within the story, and it just makes you love Serilda even more because of her ability to weave stories out of nothing. You know, if I could write like that, that would be amazing. I would love it forever. In any case, one night, the Earl King is out with a wild hunt, and he's hunting some tree nymphs. And she saves them and hides them, but he catches her eyes too. And he asks, well, God blessed her, and she lies, of course. She says the goddess Hulda blessed her. Not the god of lies and stories. But, of course, unfortunately, she's caught his attention. It's a winter's night. What are you doing out here? Oh, I'm gathering straw so I can spin it to gold, she tells him. And then every full moon, he comes back for her. Every full moon, he comes back to her, and he brings her to his castle, and she is forced to spin straw into gold, except she's not the one who can do it. It's Gild, this ghostly boy the poltergeist calls, the Earl King calls up the poltergeist, and they form such a great friendship. I mean, it's such a wonderful storytelling. I mean, the character dynamics are amazing. The romance that builds between Gild and Serilda is amazing. I love their dynamic, and I love her tone. You know, I like how she's a little snarky, but I like that. I like that in my female characters when they're a little snarky. But she's clever, And I love Gilded as well. And as the story progresses, Cyrilda grows and her relationship grows with Gilded. And what she's discovering is her stories aren't just being spun out of thin air. They're a history. They're Gilded's history. And it's just amazing. Because I know this is kind of a spoiler. You don't realize that until the end. That it's important that these stories that she's telling are important to the plot. I mean, woo! It was mind-blowingly fantastic to see that revelation at the end. And I was like, what in the heck? These aren't just stories. These are messages that the God of Stories and Lies is giving her. He's helping her to break a curse. And, it's so good. There are a lot of heart-wrenching moments, I will say, in this book. It got really dark. It got dark. Like, it got grim fairy tale dark. 3/4 of the way, and I was not expecting that, I'm still thinking of the Lunar Chronicles, which wasn't, it wasn't that dark. That one was more, a little bit light, not as dark. But this got dark, and I was just like, I was not prepared for this. I love it, regardless, but I was not prepared. And it's amazing. I am so ready for Cursed, the sequel. I'm currently staring at it right now on my bookcase. I will get to you, Cursed, I promise. I'm here for it. I'm ready. The cliffhanger, though, if you're going to read this book, get book 2. You're going to want to just read through book 2. I had to wait because I ordered the Fairy Loot exclusive edition. But it's here, and I'm going to read it. Damn it, I'm going to read it. But the cliffhanger. Oh my God, that cliffhanger. Once again, Marissa Mayer has blown me out of the water. I mean, she's so amazing. She is such a masterful storyteller, and you're seeing this. And I think as someone who has read her Lunar Chronicles, you see she has grown as a writer, for sure. Her writing was always great, but it's even more amazing now. And, whoo, I gotta read her Renegades trilogy. I own it. I just haven't read it yet, but I'll get to it. I promise. Once again, so I think I have to give this book, gosh, I want to give it 5 out of 5 stars, really. Screw it. It gets 5 out of 5 stars. I don't know why I'm being hesitant. It gets 5 out of 5. If you want to go ahead and purchase the book, I will include links in the description of this podcast on where to purchase the book. And on that note, I hope you all will continue to support me here by liking the podcast, subscribing to my channel, and sharing it with all your book-loving friends. You can also become a supporter on Ko-fi, Buy Me a Ko-fi, Patreon, or by purchasing one of my handmade candles on my Etsy store. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and as always, happy reading.